All right. Oh, I forgot my water. Oh, I think I have to go grab my water. I'll be right back. So take a few deep breaths, chat in to say hello. Let me know who's here. Hey, Kim. And I will be right back. I'm just grabbing my water. Okay. How can you do a reading without water? All right. Hello and good Sunday to everyone. I see you all dropping in on YouTube. Hello. We here in Bend, Oregon are waiting for a little bit of rain. We had a few raindrops and that was it. So I'm really hoping that these clouds drop some goodness. I see Laurie joining and April and Kathy and Jet Set Fork. Hello, hello. And remember, I know I say this all the time, but if you are on YouTube and you want to chat or like or put in a question, you do have to be logged in. So just remember that. Okay. So let's get started with messages for this week. So if the week has flown by for you and you have no idea where we are, this is Sunday, April 25, and tomorrow, the 26th, is the full moon in Scorpio. So that is at 8:31 p.m. Pacific. I believe that's the right time. So adjust for your time zone. But it's a full moon in Scorpio. So this is like, and there's all kinds of things that would make this even a more powerful full moon, but suffice to say that this is big time transformation, which is what Scorpio is about anyhow. Full moons, we know, is about moving stuff out, right? So that, couple that with transformation, and then we have a stellium that's going on in Taurus, which is really Venus is in Taurus. Venus is our love, our self-love, our values. And so this is also very much about looking at how you value love and how you value your own love of self. So this is a great time to be moving through relationships that need to look different, or relationships that need to move off. This is the time to be doing that. We know in a full moon, we're looking at releasing, letting go. I did take malachite and put a piece of malachite. Here you go, Instagram, YouTube. Hey, Alice. I did put a piece of malachite on the table because this is a tremendous stone of transformation. So if you are looking to really make a change and move into things that really serve you best, malachite is a great stone to use for that. Being a green stone, it also is related to the heart chakra. So one of the things that it really does is it helps the heart to prepare for whatever transformation it is you want to bring along, right? So it really helps the heart to be in alignment with that. So this may be a nice stone if you have it in your cosmic toolkit to look at that and bring that along. Put it in your pocket, set your transformation up, set your transformation. But what you could do is sit with the malachite and think a little bit on what it is that you want to transform in your life, and let that sort of come to you, and then carry the stone around. If it's a small enough one, carry it around, or at least revisit with it over the next couple of days during this full moon energy, and keep revisiting what it is you're wanting to let go of, right? What change you want to make in your life. Okay, so because of that, I thought we would work with Sacred Traveler for the general messages for this week. I figure transformation, letting go, moving toward our highest good. Remember, we can't keep carrying everything along with us. We have to be letting things go. Otherwise, we really can't move into the new, right? All right. Enjoying a peaceful Sunday before the week ahead. Yeah. And how did everybody do with last week? I mean, last week's cards were fabulous. So did everyone find themselves saying yes to things, being open to things? How was everybody there? I said yes to something on Friday that I could have very easily said no to, and I chose to say yes, and I'm so glad I did. So, yeah. Okay, let's come down here. These are going to be general messages for the week ahead. Take what resonates with you. Yes, April. So for anyone who was here last week, April was asking about adopting a dog, and she did. So the pup is now at home with her and her family. So that was great. Laurie's saying that her personal cards were spot on, the ones that I pulled for you. Excellent. Yeah, was really good. April, was there much forgiveness needing to be asked for? But, you know, I mean, that could have been for anything, right? So, does her husband know? I think he knows now. Divinessa, hello, thank you for joining. I'm sure I said that wrong. Feel free to fix me. Haven't come across the forgiveness part yet. Richard was fine. He's in love too. Yeah. Well, you know, sometimes the cards bring you a message that just is something for you to keep in mind, and at some point it'll come back around. Okay, let's get back to the general reading, right? All right, so here we go. These are going to be messages for this week coming up. And again, take what resonates with you. And once I finish pulling these cards, I will pull cards if anyone has any questions or requests. If you would leave those until I finish the general reading, that will be helpful, and that way I won't miss them in the scroll. Okay, so let's get a card here for Monday and Tuesday, April 26 and 27. I have a card here for Monday and Tuesday. A card for Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday and Thursday. Card for Wednesday and Thursday. And a card for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Card for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay. I have, oh yeah, we've got two cards around here. So, all right. Okay, Monday, Tuesday. Vast vistas. Expand your horizons. So, here you go, Instagram. Vast vistas. YouTube. Expand your horizon. So one of the things, I mean, Monday is the full moon, right? And so we talk about this transformation. We talk about this change. We're talking about letting things go so that you can move forward. You can journey ahead and really, really live in deeper alignment with your true self. And so these vast vistas is like, you know, one of the things I said about the Malachite was taking it and doing maybe a visualization of what is it that I want to transform in my life, what part of my life. And so having that vision and being able to look out at the potential on what it is that you want. So really focusing on that, keeping your eyes open toward the future, keeping your eyes toward what it is you want to bring into your life. And when you identify that, it will become more clear to you what it is that you'll need to let go of, right? Or at least what you will move away from. So that's Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday is 2 cards. We have Protected by Angels and Rainbow Blessings. Oh. Okay. Sorry, taking a breather here. Protected by angels. You are cherished by the angels. And rainbow blessings. Blessings are showering your life. So I got a different hit off of these cards pretty strongly. So here are the cards for Instagram. And here are the cards for YouTube. So middle of the week, blessings are showering your life, rainbow blessings. So, and then protected by angels, you're cherished by the angels. And that, of course, in and of itself is a lovely blessing to have in your life, right? Hello, Cecilia. So keeping, you know, we're talking at the beginning of the week, vast vistas, expanding your horizons, looking, visualizing what you want. And remember that by putting out there what it is that you want, those blessings are going to come to you. And you do deserve it. They are yours. They do belong to you. You do have the right to have them. And angels here, you're cherished by the angels. You're always protected by angels. I got a hit about animals here, actually, is what came on pretty strongly for me. So if anyone is communicating with animals on the other side, or have that experience, remember to be in touch with your angels. Remember to, you know that you're being watched over and held in love. Okay, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Wow. I mean, sorry, I'm still on these other 2 cards. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, first light and desert passage. First light, beginning a new cycle. Desert passage, trust there's a divine plan. So here you go, Instagram. And here you go, YouTube. So for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you know, we're at the beginning of the week, expanding horizons, looking toward the future, accepting and saying yes to the blessings that are coming your way and being open to them and understanding that and really believing that that is your right to have those, right? Communicating, trusting that you are being protected all of the time, but beginning a new cycle, we're welcoming that in. We have to be able to say yes. We have to be able to believe that those blessings are meant for us if we intend to begin a new cycle, right? If we don't believe that, if we don't believe that we are worth that, then it's going to be hard for us to begin this new cycle. We're talking about transformation in this full moon. We're talking about self-love, right? Really valuing ourselves in this full moon, right? And so how can we do that if we don't really believe that all the blessings are ours to have? And trusting that there's a divine plan. There's always something going on. And hey, Carolyn, and I'm from the school of thought that there is a divine plan. There are things here, right? We come to this lifetime with a contract, a soul contract. But how we go about that and the choices we make during that belong to us. And so we need to participate in that divine plan, and how we participate will depend on on how that plan unrolls throughout our life, right? We can be hit over the head 1,000 times to learn a lesson if we want in that divine plan, or we can make choices where we learn the lessons sooner, all still within the divine plan. That's my belief. So those are the cards for this week. Again, nice positive cards. Staying open, believing in your own self-worth, doing some self-care, self-love. But, you know, I always talk about self-care, but this time I'm talking about really defining how you are in love with yourself and really understand that and check in and make sure that is good for you. And if it isn't like super top on your priority list, this is the week to start working on that. Okay. There are a few knocks to the head right now. I know. I hear you. Okay, so those are the general messages. If anyone has a request or a question, please put it in the chat. If you are on Instagram and you want to put it in the Q&A so that it isn't, I don't believe it's public then, you're welcome to do that. Otherwise, just put it in the chat. Great cards for the week, spiritual cards. Yeah, these cards feel, I mean, I keep doing this in this reading this week. This is where I'm feeling that. So, and by the way, thank you for those of you who have made contributions to my doing this. I really appreciate it very much. I'm grateful for that. I do know someone had been trying to do that and was telling me that the link wasn't right. Hello, stone fossil crystal quartz. And they said the link wasn't right. And I did check the link and she was right. I have the wrong link in there. So I have fixed that. So if you are interested in making a contribution, the link in YouTube should be correct. It was correct in Instagram, but just YouTube, I had it wrong. Amazing, thank you. I would love to ask a question on free will, please. It's something that's coming up at the moment, free will. Okay, what's your question? And let me remind or maybe clarify, folks, that although I mention being receptive and certainly grateful for any contributions for what I do not expect that in any way. So if you are not in a position or it's just not what you are called to do, please know that is very okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Stone Fossil Crystal Quartz. Thank you. It's a little cooler here today, so I went for the zip up. Okay, all right, so Alice, your question about free will. I don't know if you had a specific question about that. Free will, we all have it. The divine has a plan. I guess the question is, what happens if we go against it? Interesting question. Interesting question. What happens if you go against the divine will? I don't know because I'm living a human life, but what I would say is, in my philosophy, it sort of goes back to what I was just saying, and that is we make choices, which is our free will. And how that divine plan plays out is how we are choosing to live this life, right? How we're going to navigate that. So it sort of goes back to, if you keep pushing against something that's asking you to move in the right direction, and you know, I mean, I think we all know, if we keep pushing, we keep seeing the lesson coming back, right? It just gets louder and louder and louder. And it's our free will to decide when to work with that lesson, when to make that change. I also believe that in multiple lifetimes, and if we are not here in this lifetime to make that, then we'll be back. We'll be back. So, but let's get to a card for free will. Laurie asked about a card for friendship. Okay, so let's get Alice a card for free will. What happens if we go against it? I don't think we can. Maybe we do go against it, but I think it just keeps coming back. But let's get you a card for free will. And I'm going with Archangel Oracle. Yes, that really helps. I do not want these lessons in the next lifetime, though. Yeah, most of us don't. The question is, can you be awake enough in this one to catch them, right? Someone sent me a Native American prayer this morning, and oh, it was so beautiful. But one of the things, and I will quote it incorrectly, but one of the lines was about praying to learn the lessons that are in the leaves and rocks. Again, I'm not saying it correctly, but boy, it was really beautiful. I'll see if I can post it on Instagram. Okay, so let's have a card here for Alice for free will. What can she know about free will? What can Alice know about free will? Okay. Sensitivity, Archangel Hanael. You are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. So, talking about free will and honoring yourself and your feelings, we were just talking about this in this Scorpio full moon with Venus in Taurus. Also, we have some other planets in there too, but you know, make sure that you are in fact honoring yourself and your feelings, and then your will, what it is you're going to do is going to align with that divine plan, right? It's when we're not honoring ourselves and we're doing things outside of what our heart and what our soul message is telling us. We're operating externally. And that's where you're talking about what happens if you go against free will, right? Well, this is saying you're extra sensitive to those energies and emotions right now, which is saying this is a really good time. The full moon is a really good time to be in touch with all of that and honoring yourself and your feelings so that you can make those choices. That free will perhaps is in better alignment with those lessons, better alignment with your plan, where you are headed. But I think it's an obvious statement, I would say, is if we are not honoring self, the decisions we're making are not serving our highest good and moving forward, right? But sometimes we need that message to come and tell us that. Okay, a card for Laurie for friendship. Monday, Scorpio is here, feeling it all. Yes, it's like a mismatch of these energies. Yes, so for you, the full moon will be on Tuesday. I'd have to do the time to adjust. I'm not sure of the time, but hey, look who's here. Veg Mama or Veg Mama? I ask you that every time. Now, I don't believe that archangels are our guardian angels. That's a whole other conversation. But I think our guardian angels are different. They are unique to us. They do not serve anyone else. And archangels are available to everyone all the time. So any one of us can call on Archangel Hanael, but none of you can call on my guardian angels. They're mine, and I'm grateful for them. You can call on your own guardian angels to work with the guardian angels of someone else. Okay, let's get back to Laurie. She's asking for a card for friendship. Card for friendship. I'm going with Inner Glow for that one. Love this deck. I got this as a gift, and I am very grateful for this deck. So Inner Glow, a card for Laurie for friendship. Card for Laurie for friendship. Divine Wisdom. Oh, that divine word is coming up a lot today. So here you go, Laurie, Divine Wisdom. Here you go, Instagram. Divine Wisdom. So whatever you have for your friendship, whatever that is, sort of goes back to everything else that we're talking about here, and that is honoring yourself, right? Making sure that your friendships are in alignment with your love of yourself, your value of yourself, right? This is a time that we may be looking at relationships and friendships and redefining them and choosing to leave some behind or bring some more in, or just restructuring them. So the Divine Wisdom is here to say, you know that, take some time and think about that. Put yourself in that moment of reflection and what it is that you want, and some visualization of what you want your relationships and friendships to look like, and get that answer. Do they align with that? Yes, a friend gave me that deck, Inner Wisdom. Inner Glow. It's Inner Glow. I love that deck. Okay. Did anyone else want a card for today or the week? Or did anyone else have a question? Okay, so Kathy, the rainbow blessing blew me away. Yeah, I lost my beautiful old girl ZDZ back in February. Something is making me check out bulldog sites on my breaks from art. I found a precious girl that moves me. You know, she may be that blessing showering your life, Kathy. A message from the other side, right? That rainbow bridge, a message from the other side, encouraging you to maybe look at that. May I have a general guidance card in this direction? Maybe Zadie is backing me up. I totally think that. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you, even though there are many meanings for these cards, right? We can interpret them in many different ways. You have to take what resonates with you. You look at the imagery, you look at the words. It's just how they hit you. But when I flipped these two over, yeah. Well, I started to cry, and that's not a surprise. Okay, so let's get Kathy a general guidance card in the direction of maybe saying yes to another furry. Okay, I'm going with grace cards, which, by the way, this grace card is two-sided deck, and I had it sitting with this side facing up. And what is the word on this card? One of them, divine protection, which we see here, divine wisdom. We see protected by angels. Alice is asking about divine plan, and here's divine again, right? Didn't this happen to us last week? All the same words were popping up all over the place. Okay, let's get a card here for Kathy, a grace card for Kathy for guidance about welcoming in a new family member. It's about welcoming in Ooh, okay. The chance card. I love that card. Is that what that was? I didn't flip it over. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm getting a calendar reminder to check in on a flight. Okay, Kathy, growth is your card. Growth, Instagram. Pretty sure we saw this a couple of weeks ago. Accept the lesson. When things don't go our way, something more important to the growth of our soul is in the works. Kathy, let us know what happens with a potentially new baby and how Zadie plays into it. So in terms of Kathy being general direction, looking at a new dog, something more important to the growth of our soul is in the works. So I think, you know, there are things to come. I think it goes back to blessing showering your life. Something important is in the works. We were talking about divine plan. Something important is in the works. So accept the lesson. We know that you are working through this transition, right, for Zadie Z, and a life without her in this physical world, right? Now she's in spirit. And you're working through that. That is growth. That's a hard thing, man. But there's the door. And so I think the question is, do you want to work on the other side? It's also a door up in the clouds, suggesting sort of up in spirit. So talking about how she plays into it, you know, here's a message from spirit. If you ask me, do you want to open the door? Do you want to go through it? Okay. Yeah, let us know. And of course, all of our fur babies always want us to be happiest, right? So whatever way that is. And taking Alice's card of you're extra sensitive to energies and emotions, honor yourself and your feelings, right? So taking all of these cards and putting them in. Remember that the cards that I pull for one person, we all get to put those together. There's a reason we all came here at the same time. So even though the card is directed to one person, it by 100% is part of the greater message here. So, okay, did anyone else have a question or a request, or are we done for Sunday Synergy? So to wrap up and review the cards for anyone who joined late, Monday, Tuesday, Vast Vistas, Expand Your Horizons. So as we're coming with this full moon, think about where it is you want to go, what you want to bring into your life, and see that as yours, as the reality, so that you can move away from the things that may be preventing you from moving forward, right? The middle of the week, protected by angels and rainbow blessings. So all blessings are yours. Everything that comes to you absolutely is meant for you. If you have any questions, check in with your angels. Ask your angels. Touch base. Feeling unsure? Have an incredible blessing. You know, bring your angels into the party of celebration. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, first light, beginning a new cycle, and trust there's a divine plan. So, you know, we're going to begin. We want to transform. We want to move forward. We want to move ahead. Well, let's begin. Let's get that started. We don't have that much time. Can't be messing around. Okay, that's what I've got for this week. I wish you all a beautiful week ahead. This is the last week of April. I don't know how this happens. And I'm actually traveling tomorrow, taking a 2-day work trip. So that will be new and interesting. Doing all my self-care, immune boosting, everything to do this. So these cards certainly will come into play for me. All right, you are welcome. So we've got growth, sensitivity, divine wisdom. Woo, put those three together. That's some juicy stuff. All right. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you for bringing your energy. Thank you for bringing your love and your vulnerability. I really, that is precious. So, yes, Allison is hoping everyone has a wonderful week ahead. Thank you for travel. Thank you. Please hit like if you enjoyed today. Thank you very much, Laurie. Laurie is reminding people to like, share, or comment. That would be great. Myra, thank you for joining. We're actually just wrapping up, but please go back and watch the replay because the cards are lovely for this week. So remember, full moon tomorrow, wherever you are, check your local time zone, 8:31 Pacific, I believe it is, right around there, 8:30, 8:31, something like that. So adjust for your time zone. Full moon in Scorpio, might be mighty emotional. Go with it. Let it flow, right? Shed that stuff. That's like skin. That's like a snake leaving skin behind, snake moves forward and just leaves all that there. That's what we want to accomplish in this full moon. So you'll have some time to work on that. The full moon, let me just look here. We've got, tomorrow morning, the moon enters Scorpio at 9:18 a.m. So, and we can sort of we're in a position where we can be working on full moon energy right now anyhow, but technically it enters Scorpio at 9:18 a.m. and then is in Scorpio until it enters Sagittarius Wednesday morning. So you've got all day Monday, all day Tuesday, and then of course right now. So you've got some time. So let it flow. Okay, that's all I've got. I wish y'all a wonderful afternoon, morning, evening, wherever you are. Okay, big love to everyone. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time. Bye. 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 Thank you for all the likes.